Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of Wake Up Community Week. This is the first session, kicking it all off, and it's a pretty important one to us. We know it's been a hectic week. We've got a jam-packed day coming up, and we always want to make sure that you're looking after yourselves. And I think it's easier said than done sometimes. You always want to look more into wellness and mindfulness for ourselves, but I don't think many of us find the time sometimes. So we've made sure in this jam-packed calendar to start the day off, we're going to start off with a bit of mindfulness with one of our friends here at Wakelet. Before, as always, please let us know where you're joining from in those comments. We love to see all the different cities and countries around the world. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone joining today. And as mentioned in all prior sessions, you will hopefully know that we have a competition going on. So anything that you'd like from this session, these tips and techniques that you pick up from our speaker, please do share them all on social with us and tag at Wakelet using the hashtag Wake Up Community Week to be entered into some amazing prizes for VR headsets we have, exclusive Wake Up Community Week swag, which is always good, and some daily gift vouchers and gift cards too. So please do share. Sharing is caring after all. We want to see everything that you're enjoying during the week. And of course, before anyone asks, certificates will be provided for the session. We will share them in the chat towards the end, along with the resources from our speaker. So, with all that said, let's invite our very special speaker, Erika, to the stage. Hey, Erika.
Hi, hello, everybody, all the way from Boston. How are you? Morning.
There we go. Good morning, Erika. Thank you so much for joining us again. Like I said, it's very important. I know you say this a lot. We try and push it here a lot at Wakelet, just how important wellness is and mindfulness is. So, thank you for joining us to help out our fellow educators in the chat today.
Gosh, of course. This is so fun. I love being here. This is like family. I love my Wakelet. So I'm so happy to be back. I have my 2002 shirt on, 22 this
wow.
one. Yesterday was 21. Yeah.
Nice. I have the OG robot shirt. Who's a coming?
Like the OG. Yes, you do. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that guy.
I know.
Oh my gosh. This is so
nice.
great.
Well, yeah, over to you, Erika. Obviously, you have 25 minutes or so to show us your tips and techniques for everyone. I'll be here in the background. Please do invite me on if there's any special activities you want me involved in.
I sure will. All right. Thanks.
Nice one.
Okay. So everybody, let's get our day started. This will be a little review from yesterday, but some new things today. So if you didn't get to come yesterday, definitely go back and check it out. A lot of stuff about breathing. So this is the slideshow that you can check out later. This is just for you, and they'll have it on the Wakelet page and everything. But let's get started with a little music and wake ourselves up with our Zen session.
I can't believe that you came into my life.
Come on, everybody.
You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin.
Okay. Whew, I needed that more than you probably, but that was very dangerous for me to spin, but it worked out. So today I want to talk about the importance of taking that stress that lands in our body and giving you some fun ways for you and your students to remove it, because stress it's nice to talk about it and get it out through talk, but it gets trapped in our bodies. So mind, body, spirit. But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of breathing. So yesterday I showed you this about, self-care. It means giving yourself permission to pause. I don't know why, especially as teachers and educators, that we feel guilt or shame from taking a break, but your day will be better. Your students everything will be better if you do this for yourself. And it's actually a little selfish of us to not do this for ourselves, to take a break. And it can be as short as 1 minute. So let's talk about this a little bit. My favorite quote, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf. Because every single day, we have these waves of highs and lows, happy, sad, angry, back and forth. And by the end of the day, we're exhausted. And so are the kids. So When you have anxiety and worry and what if and all that, you're living in the future. And when you have regret, shame, guilt, all of that, and I have all of these emotions every day too, I'm living in the past. So what I do now with the mindfulness is I recognize it. If I start to get anxious, I'm like, oh, okay. So I want to learn how to surf through it instead of taking these tidal waves. And that's what your breath can do for you. That's what movement can do for you. And it can be short as 1 minute. So let's do a breathing bubble just to help you settle into a very long day of learning. So let's, this is an inhale for 3, hold at the top. Holding is very important. Exhale for 3 and hold. How do you feel? Tell me in the chat box. I just realized I forgot to move my music down to my chair yoga. How do you feel? 1 minute of breath. For me, it actually, my voice has changed, just the way I'm talking now, a lot less anxious, and a deep breath can really balance your mind, body, and spirit. It's pretty powerful. So what happens is we feel things in our body. So tell me where you feel it in your body when you get stressed. When I'm running late, and I actually have to go to school as soon as this is done, I always get this sharp shooting pain in the middle of my back. And sometimes I can't even stand up. But I know that that's a trigger for when I need to stop and breathe. Yeah, you feel relaxed? Nice, very nice. Yes, it doesn't take much. But when you feel it in your body, it can get stuck. And this breathing bubble, if people don't know what a breathing bubble is obviously a audio visual guide to help pace your breathing. And there's so many benefits to it. I went over some of them yesterday about your cardiovascular system. It helps with inflammation. It even helps lose weight. I did read that. And makes you calmer and cooler, but it really helps you to get out of fight or flight. Now, if you are hyperventilating or someone's having a meltdown, I don't recommend doing this necessarily, because that can make things worse sometimes. But this is supposed to be for kind of like brushing your teeth. I just do this throughout my day. I look at things that make me think of it, and I just start breathing. I just do some deep breathing. So definitely a shortcut to stress. But the power of the out breath, we hold on to things. We hold on to fear. We hold on to anger. And I know that personally, when I exhale, sometimes I can't do the whole 3 seconds. But I've trained myself as a yoga instructor, and just from reading about it and knowing how powerful it is, that the out breath is extremely important, because you don't want those things getting stuck inside. So like the bubble said, inhale confidence, exhale doubt. Yeah. I guess I should tell you who I am. I'm Erika Sandstrom. I'm known as Green Screen Gal. I have, if you just Google Green Screen Gal anywhere, you'll find me. But I'm known for more of shenanigans like this, jumping on a green screen. And so, but the reason I like to teach about mindfulness is because I have ADHD, very proud of it. I think it's a gift, but definitely comes with challenges. And I also have anxiety, just like everybody else in the world right now. So tell me in the chat box, are you a 1, 2, or 3, or all of them when you get triggered? I'm definitely all 3. Definitely. I love that panda. So here, do you get quiet and retreat? Do you go cry about it? I do that sometimes. It just depends on what it is. So let's see if anybody can let me know. What do you do for your trigger response? I think there's, okay. We got a 1 and a 2. Nice. Yeah. Yes, all 3, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine, for sharing. It's true. It's true. But when you start doing these breathing exercises, kind of like exercise, you will find yourself not being as reactive. You'll pause and you'll respond. Say, oh, I'm living in the future again, because our energy does affect others. And that's why I said we're kind of selfish if we don't stop. So take that break, lean back in that chair and take a breath. Absolutely. Number 3, we've got some 2s and 3s. Yeah. Yeah. And it's okay. Emotions are totally what being a human is, but we probably don't have to be as reactive as we are. And I know that personally. I teach middle school, so I don't have to say much more. So this is an example of a breathing bubble that my students made. So what happened during COVID is I was using these bubbles from the Calm app. I said, why don't we personalize them? So I have this free course for you and your students, and my heart is trying to get these out to the world. And I love that there's people from all over the world here. And my students and I are available to meet with classrooms to help your students create their own bubbles. Now, this one with the basketball is a boy named Jeremy. And Jeremy and his father love the Celtics. But every time the Celtics start to lose, they said they start flipping tables and losing it and screaming at the TV. And it's their ritual. So Jeremy came home with this bubble for him and his dad on his cell phone. He says, Dad, we're going to use the bubble because we're not going to lose our minds anymore. And now his dad even asked for it. Time for the bubble. They're starting to lose. So let's look at it for a second just to show you what he put in his bubble. So as you can see, he got really creative, and the kids, they will blow your mind with this, and used a basketball for his bubble and his dog. So much fun. And before we start doing some chair yoga and more breathing, I'm going to let you hear Caden's response to what the breathing bubble does for him. And these were not scripted. I just asked them to tell me from their heart what it means.
I just want to say a few words about the breathing bubble. The breathing bubble has helped me in my everyday life since it's like a vacation in my pocket. If I get stressed or overwhelmed, I pull it out, and I have my breathing bubble there to help me out. I think the breathing bubble can be used for lots of good around the world. It can be used in older people, younger people, people who just need a break, need a minute for themselves. And the breathing bubble will always be there for me. Thank you.
Doesn't your heart just explode? I know mine did. If I had more time, I'd share you the other 2, but they're in your slideshow that you can check them out later. But these kids, I get 100% of my class, even the ones that shock me, participating in this. So just having that. And then, mindfulness isn't hard. We just have to remember to do it. So let's get to it. Let's make you feel better. This is one that I made for Mizpah last year. And a couple breaths with this unicorn. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Big breath. One more big breath. So what happened was I asked Mizpah, what brings you joy? What brings you peace? What is something that would bring that to you if you had it in your bubble? And he says, there's this white horse I passed by that he calls this unicorn. And he sent me this video, and I made a bubble for him. So you can do the same for yourself. And also, I want you to remember to be really kind to your inner child. That is me in kindergarten. And I have a bubble. I have many bubbles. And one of my bubbles has my 5-year-old self, because I can't get mad at her. She doesn't deserve it. So when I'm being really hard on myself, that's the bubble I use. And you can also use AI in the lesson plan to recreate childhood memories. I'm in my 50s, so I don't have pictures of these special places, but that's what's so fun about AI is you can bring them back to life and have them. So this is the free course. It's take a picture of it, whatever you need, but it will be in your slideshow, and I will post it later today on all my channels. And let's get to some chair yoga. All right, I'm going to bring James back if he still wants to come back and play with us.
Hey, Erika.
Now, hi. Now, with chair yoga, the word yoga always scares people. They think exercise. No, this is just deliciousness. It's just amazing. And I do this on planes as well. I'm just asking you if you are injured or pregnant. James, are you pregnant? No, sorry. Nope, he's not. So that's good.
No.
Oh, God, I hope I didn't offend anybody. So please do not do this if you are injured. Or let's, if something doesn't feel right. I just have to say that. That's Jeremy. Jeremy, look out, the mobile. I bend. I won't break. Okay, so let's just start off. Hands on your knee. Take a deep breath. And feel yourself in your chair and in the four corners of your feet. Okay, this next one, you're going to move your hands up and down your knees. We're going to inhale and open your heart, lift your head back, and then exhale, round your back out. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. That's okay. For this next one, this is a modified version. You can turn your chair to the side, or you can go the whole way. And then grab the back of your chair, lift, and you can reach your arm out. I'm getting my fingers to the back. So I'll go to the side. Grab your chair, lift your spine, reach behind you, or do the modified version. Don't forget to breathe and relax your breath. Deep breath. Let's go back to the other side. Yep. And oh. Crack, 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 crack. Wonderful. All right, this one's really fun. This is called the top part of eagle. You're going to put your right arm underneath your left. And this is going to open up your scapula. Now, what happens is people's shoulders like to do this. And to get your boy students to do this, I always tell them they'll throw a football farther. They have no problem with that. So wiggle your fingers, and I want you to lift just your arms 90 degrees. So pretend I'm pulling your shoulders in. Go ahead and give your shoulders a little push so they don't come up. Now wiggle your fingers, move just your arms 90 degrees. And don't forget to breathe. Inhale. And exhale, and send that breath to your shoulders. As weird as that sounds. So open them wide up. Inhale. And feel that. Go ahead and release. And let's do the other side. I would tell the kids you don't want to walk crooked at the mall. So wiggle your fingers, shoulders down. Inhale and lift. So the shoulders wide up. Wiggle the fingers. Inhale. And exhale that breath right into your shoulder blade. It can hurt a little bit, so be careful. Inhale. That means you need to breathe more. How does that feel? Woo. James is going to say that. It feels so good. Normally I would go a little slower, but I want to make sure I get some fun stuff in for you. So this one, here's my shoe, ready to go to work. Make sure that you don't let your ankle do this. Okay. You want to have a flat foot. So go ahead and bring your leg up if you're able to. And this might just be enough for you, like here. But for the rest of you, go ahead and roll your shoulders back, open your heart, inhale, and exhale as you lean forward. And you will feel this in your hip. Women especially carry about 90% of our stress in our hips. So, whoo. Inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. Whew. This is a funny screenshot. All right, let's go ahead and try the other side. I do this on planes a lot too, or just sitting at my desk at school. Roll your shoulders back. This might be enough for you. If not, go ahead and inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Oh, this hip is screaming at me today, but I have to breathe right into it. So inhale and exhale into that hip. Woo. That's a doozy. We lost James. He's very flexible. Look at them. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Now, before we do this one, I want you to lean your arm on your inner thigh. It doesn't matter which side. And I want you to reach to the sky and twist open to the side. I'm turning towards my right, but I don't know what that is. And then let's go to the other side. Just kind of flow over to the other side and lift. I want you to try to move from your core. And then this time, if you want to, you can stay the same or try to reach the floor if you want with your arm. So I'll be back. Oh, feels so good. And then let's go back towards the other side. Oh, see you later. I'll be back. And then go ahead. Now, before this next one, I want to teach you a little Pilates trick. You take your fingers like this and put them on your back. I want you to inhale, and when you exhale, comb your core in. You can feel the muscles pull together. Try that again. Go ahead and inhale and comb. I call comb it in. Now, that tightness right there is what you're supposed to move from when you get up and off. Oh, I got a cat here. Up and off, up and off a chair or anywhere else you sit. So when you reach down to the floor for this next one, I want you to pull your core in. This will save you from knee injuries and everything. Because eventually it becomes subconscious. So go ahead and take your hands in a little prayer pose. Let's go ahead and reach as far as you can down. Go ahead and exhale down. I'll be back. Then use your core to lift. Inhale up. Really feel the difference. Love you. And exhale down. And go ahead and inhale up. Relax your knees and your quads. Okay, go ahead and come up one more time. Down. All right, now this is one you can try on your own. I think I would disappear if I stood up, but this is great for your ankles and your feet and the quads and everything. So just to rock back and forth, and it really does help wake up everything in your whole body, out of your feet, as you all know, which is very powerful. And this one is one of my favorites. I actually might try this one. So if you are in a chair and you can stand up, I just rest my wrists over the chair, but pull that core up so you don't hurt your back. Go ahead and try to don't lock your knees, relax your knees. Pull your core up. Yep. This one is so good. Exhale. Whew. Wow. Normally I would do more of them, but try these with your students. You'd be surprised how much they'll love it. Now, chair yoga can get a little crazy. You can go a lot farther with this, but like I said, be careful with that. But it is true exercise. I mean, look at this girl. She's not messing around. And this is also a really great video. Plus, it helps to promote empathy. But the exercises in it are great. So I use this one a lot with my students. And there's a few videos in here for you that you can use with your students. And also cosmic yoga. I don't have a lot of time, but in the few minutes I have, I wanted to talk to you about your spirit. We talked about the mind. We talked about the body. And now let's talk about the spirit. What makes you belly laugh? For me, it's cat gifs. If I get grumpy, my students put them on their computers. So tell us in the chat box, what makes you laugh? We all scroll and find stuff on TikTok that's funny. So, what memories make you happy? Things like that. Well, in Wakelet, there's a great way you can keep them all right in your pocket. For me, it's yoga. I like to do yoga poses apparently around the world, but yoga to me and my paddleboard are my happy places, especially taking a nap on my paddleboard. That's always a good time. So, if we only knew all those years ago about how powerful this stuff is, think about how we'd be today. So that's why I hope you share this with your students, and they are sponges for it. And it's so cute to see a kindergarten class all sitting there doing their 5 senses and breathing. So what I've done in Wakelet is I've made a mind, body, spirit vault. And in this vault, I just keep track of things that I find. For my mind, I have a lot of art websites and I guess the beach. Oh, this is sand. That's a great website. For my body, a lot of, Cosmics Kids yoga for my students, but also for me, I have chair yoga, all those things I want to do. But my favorite are my spirit ones. And the spirit ones are just hysterical. These are just things that crack you up. And if anybody's as old as I am, they will understand. It's a movie. See, look how much I'm laughing. So so dumb, right? Oh my God. So that laughter is so important. So all those times that you are like, oh, I have to save that. I mean, I have some of the silliest things in here under my spirit vault, and you'll all have access to mine. But what I find funny, you might not find funny, but that's okay. But it's important because a lot of times I'll be sitting there and going, I need to get out my spirit vault, and I'll pull up my Wakelet app, and there you go. It's ready to go. So thank you for having me again. I appreciate you all so much. You can find me all kinds of places, and I would love to hear from you and tell me if you're interested ever to have a bubble for your kids and have my kids help you. I guess that's it. I don't know.
Wow, amazing, Erika. Thank you so much for sharing again some tips and techniques for everyone. I mean, I'll speak for myself and the chat here. That chair yoga was needed. I found that one particularly hard with crossing my arms, so I suppose I need to stretch out more.
Yes, that means your scapula does like to scream, but that is a sign that that's an area you probably hold your stress. So any kind of openings, do that a bunch today.
Yeah. No, I will be doing, and I can see at the corner of my eye everyone in the office in Wakelet HQ following along as well. So you not only helped everyone around the world with those techniques, but the Wakelet team as well. So I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate all of you, and I thank you for letting me do this again. And I hope I can go back and read the chat. Thank you, everybody. That was so fun.
Yes. Thank you so much, Erika. Really appreciate you as always jumping on and sharing your techniques. For now, though, we'll let you go to school. Enjoy your Friday.
Okay. See you later, guys. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Wow. Okay. Hopefully, everyone in the chat, you enjoyed that just as much as I, myself, and the team did. That was awesome. Those tips and techniques, as I said, sharing is caring. So please do share them with your colleagues, your friends, and of course, if you do want to share them on social, we do have the competition going on. Just use the hashtag Wakelet Community Week and at Wakelet, and you'll be entered into the prize draw. Certificate will be added to the chat right now. I almost forgot to do it, so here you go. That is in the chat for you. All the resources that Erika shared will be inside of that the collection that we share around too, along with that certificate. And coming up in just a few minutes' time, we do have the amazing Kamal Preet talking about From Selfie to Sanctuary and her class project. So jump on that, have a quick break, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Bye-bye.